And so does anyone think they know how to pronounce the first, chapter 12 is called, by the way, a meeting. And chapter 12, if we were to have done our Charlotte's Web play, performing chapter 12 would have been my favorite. That's kind of my favorite part of the play, but that's okay. This first word is kind of hard to say. Does anyone think that they can give it a try? What do you think, Cherish? Or not Cherish, Brooklyn. I don't know why I said Cherish. I wasn't even looking at Cherish.
Idiosyncrasy?
Sort of. The word is idiosyncrasy. So idiosyncrasy. There's 6 syllables. Idiosyncrasy. 7 syllables. Idiosyncrasy. So idiosyncrasy, all of us have an idiosyncrasy, something that makes us unique, okay? So an idiosyncrasy is something that makes us unique, something that makes us stand out. So yeah, Darwin, it's, but maybe we can try to figure out, maybe we can still read the script or something like that together. Normally we would have done the Charlotte's Web play the last week of school, but maybe I can try to think of some way that we can still enjoy the play somehow. So I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. Okay. So something that makes us unique. Alex, get this together, please. Chapter 12, kiddo. I'm not going to be able to wait for you because everyone else has already done writing it, sweetheart. All right. So an idiosyncrasy is something that makes us unique. Okay. Alex, love you, but we're ready for the next word and you haven't started writing this one yet. So does anyone want to share their idiosyncrasy or what makes them unique? Aaliyah, what's an idiosyncrasy?
My tininess.
Your tininess. Okay, sure. That's so adorable. Penny, what's maybe an idiosyncrasy, something that makes you stand out?
Class who does dance.
Your dance?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in chapter 12, yeah, so again, Brooke, Georgette, I did give you Friday as a catch-up day, just in case, okay? But it is hard if you start to fall behind because it's harder to catch up. But I did give you a day to catch up tomorrow. So in chapter 12, the goose has an idiosyncrasy. Does anyone remember what stands out about the goose? All right, Darwin, because you remember you don't want to fall behind, but thank you for being honest. But it's so much harder if you fall behind. Aaliyah, do you think you know what is something funny about the goose, maybe in terms of how they talk, how she talks?
I was about to say that.
What's funny about how she talks?
Ready, Chris? I forgot.
How many times does the goose say something? Do you know, Darwin? How many times does a goose say something?
3 times.
3 times. So saying something 3 times is her idiosyncrasy. It's what makes her unique. All right. So does anyone think they know how to pronounce the next word? This word you might be able to sound out. For chapter 12, what do you think, Cherish?
Particles.
Particles. So you can give a connection signal if that's what you thought too. Please stop writing. Yeah, Benny, stop, please. A particle is like a tiny bit of something. So these are particles of dust. This is like a teeny, 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 tiny particle underneath a microscope. if you look in this picture here, a particle, you can't even really see the particles of dust on this black. Like, do you see the little white spots? Those would be like small, tiny particles. So in chapter 12, I think Charlotte says it doesn't make a difference, not a particle of difference. So not a bit of difference. So have you all seen particles of dust laying around your house, or certainly in the classroom, it gets dusty. So you have particles of dust everywhere. Does anyone think they know how to pronounce the next word? Saul, what's your question, kiddo?
Can the coronavirus be like a particle?
The germs of the coronavirus would be tiny, teeny, tiny little particles. Yeah. So the little germs, Molly and Nora, they call it the germ bug. So the little teeny tiny germ bugs would be particles. Okay. So that's why you have to wash your hands, because particles of dirt get on your hand. You can't even see the dirt. You can't see the germs because the particles are so tiny. But that's why you have to wash your hands. What's up, Scarlett?
Can I read the next one?
Sure.
Cross a rowboat.
What? I'm sorry?
Across a rowboat.
Okay, Lovey, there's no S in that word. So you're adding letters that aren't there, sweetie. Row. There's no S, so try it again. I love that you're trying. Row. Bat. Acrobat. There you go. So you just want to slow down a little bit, okay? But I love that you're trying. So does anyone know what an acrobat is? Mars, what's an acrobat?
An acrobat is a person who could move their body in an unusual way.
Beautiful, like a gymnast who can. Beautiful. Someone who does gymnastics, like who does gymnastics here? Penny, you do gymnastics. So an acrobat is someone who does tricks with their bodies, and like Mars says, can move their bodies in an unusual way, like bending your legs like this. Like that's crazy. Okay. Or bending your body backwards in such a way. That would be an acrobat. Has anyone ever seen an acrobat perform? You can give a connection signal if you've seen an acrobat perform. Mars, have you? Yeah, so I've been to like, Saul, you have? So I've been to like Cirque du Soleil performances before, or maybe if you've ever been to the circus, you would see an acrobat. All right. So a gymnast who can do like fancy tricks with their body would be an acrobat. Sometimes there's acrobats on like America's Got Talent. Have you ever seen that show? There's acrobats. All right. Does anyone think they know how to pronounce the next word? What do you think, Saul?
Instincts.
Close. Anyone want to try? What do you think, Aaliyah?
Instincts.
Close. Okay, so the word is instincts. Have you ever heard of the word instinct? An instinct. So an instinct, I even said it wrong. An instinct is like a natural way of behaving or thinking. So I'm going to change it to behaving. So for example, a baby's instinct, have you ever had a baby grab your finger? Hold on to your finger like that? So that would be like an instinct of the baby. It's a very natural thing to do. Or a baby's instinct would also be to cry when it's hungry or cry when it's tired. That's a baby's instinct. It's something that all babies do naturally. A spider's instinct would be to spin a web. Okay. A spider doesn't, no one teaches a spider how to spin a web. It's just something, it's a natural instinct. It's something that they do really naturally. Dogs, an instinct oftentimes is to dig holes in the ground. It's something that's just they kind of do naturally, or they bark when they get scared. That would be a natural instinct. Or a bird's instinct, a mama bird's instinct would be to protect her baby birds. Or your parents' instinct is to protect you, right? Or sometimes if you've ever gotten scared, maybe you've seen something and your instinct is to run away, okay? That would be an instinct that your body has to protect yourself, okay? So all the things that are very natural to us are instincts. Natural way of behaving or thinking.
I drew a spider web. What was on that?
Okay, maybe with a spider on it, you know, or spider weaving the web would be the instinct. Does anyone, the next word you can't really sound out, but does anyone think they might know how to pronounce it? Like imagine that you take away the U and it's a I.
Tweever?
Quiver. Yeah, so if you took out the U and you made it a short I, the word is quiver. Why there's a U there, I don't know. But this is what it means to quiver. What am I doing with my body? I am, yeah, like Alex is shaking. So if you're quivering, you're trembling or shaking. So this baby, sometimes when babies cry, their lips, when they're about to cry, their lip quivers. And actually kind of yesterday when Nora got upset because of the waffle thing, I kind of started laughing because it was funny, but but her lip was quivering, but she got mad for no reason. So, but you might quiver if you know, a baby's lip, if they start to quiver, it looks pretty pathetic, poor thing. Or you might quiver if you're cold. You might quiver if you get scared. Or certainly this guy's muscles are quivering because he's lifting up too much weight. So maybe you've lifted something that's too heavy, so your muscles start quivering. Has anyone ever quivered before? Maybe when they're cold or when they're about to cry, maybe their chin quivers a little bit.
I do it when I'm scared.
When you're scared, you might quiver, yeah. All right. So certainly like this dog is quivering. Or if a lot of times you've seen dogs quiver. Like their body kind of trembles when they get scared or overly excited. Darwin, does your dog quiver?
Whenever the fire alarm goes on.
Oh, poor baby. I can imagine why they get scared. Anthony?
My dog quivers just for no reason.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes dogs do that. Saul?
Like every night we hear noises in our house, and every night I quiver.
When you hear little noises. I like how you all are using the word appropriately in the sentence. Vicente? You have to unmute yourself.
Casey?
Sometimes if I'm in a pool that's really cold, or like even sort of warm, when it gets a bit dark, and I'm still inside the pool or something, I start, and when I get out, I quiver a lot. When I'm going to the house to get my towel, because I'm really quivering because it was so cold.
You're using the word very well in the sentence. Oh, your dog is so cute, Darwin. All right, last word. Do you remember this song? Do you remember that song? Ooh, it's our destiny. I said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Do you remember that song? Yeah. So the word destiny is in that song. So when they're saying, ooh, ooh, or it's our destiny, we said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. It's saying it's like, it's our future. Okay. So it's something that's meant to happen. So something that's in your destiny would be something that's in your future, or a goal that's in your future, that's meant to happen. Okay. So if have you ever heard the word fate? So if something's in our fate, it's going to happen in our future, and we don't necessarily have a choice. So kind of like our destiny of life would be like there's a road, because and it's hard to see the end point because our possibilities are endless. Okay. So maybe your destiny for your picture, it could be like a dream goal that you have. And maybe that could be the picture that you draw. Is that something that you want to be a part of your destiny? Something that you want to be a part of your future would be a good picture to draw. So that might be something. It looks like kiddos are done with this. Yeah. All right, sweeties. Well, again, there's at least a few of you, again, thank you for being honest, that haven't read chapter 11 yet, but that's why you're going to go ahead and work to catch up, because chapter 12 questions are due tomorrow. Okay. So answers to chapter 12 are due. We'll go ahead and pause here. And let me